Hello, today is Thursday, August 6, 2026. Here is your daily signal. According to Bloomberg, oil prices dropped for the third consecutive day as signals emerged that the United States, Iran, and Oman are nearing an accord to reopen the Strait of Hormuz, a vital oil shipping conduit. The Strait of Hormuz is critical to global energy markets, serving as the passageway for roughly 20% of the world's oil trade, and has often been at the center of tensions between the U.S. and Iran, which historically triggered market volatility and price spikes. The Wall Street Journal reported on August 6, 2026, that the strait was officially reopened to commercial oil tankers after recent U.S.-Iran naval negotiations, while Reuters confirmed that global oil prices fell 3% after the safe passage announcement. Bloomberg added that Maersk and other shipping majors have resumed bookings out of the Middle East to Europe. Near-term volatility is expected to persist as markets evaluate whether this detent will hold, but the reopening could substantially boost shipping throughput and provide much-needed relief for major importers in China, India, and Europe. Nevertheless, if diplomatic friction rekindles, renewed threats to the strait and supply risks remain possible, which could again unsettle global energy-dependent economies. Next, we turn to artificial intelligence, where Fortune reports the White House drew scrutiny after declining to release its AI model evaluation framework, despite recent high-profile hacks involving OpenAI and Anthropic. Over the last decade, AI deployment has accelerated at a global scale, with over $100 billion invested in 2023 alone, while leaders like Microsoft, OpenAI, and Google have become central to shaping AI's trajectory and setting technical standards. On August 6, 2026, the European Commission proposed an AI conformity process designed to streamline certified system deployment across EU borders, and on the same day, Microsoft announced with the UK government a pilot for new AI safety testing protocols. In the near term, stricter regulation could slow the launch of advanced AI models in highly regulated regions, possibly shifting competitive leadership, while growing harmonization between the EU, US, and China may ease cross-border compliance but could also dampen local innovation. As large tech firms consolidate more control over global AI infrastructure, third-party developers may become increasingly reliant on their platforms, and government-mandated transparency audits could raise compliance costs for businesses seeking to adopt AI broadly. Switching gears to the space sector, TechCrunch highlights how, on SpaceX's first earnings call, CEO Elon Musk repeatedly overshadowed his executives by inflating company promises, setting the tone for the firm's ongoing approach to public communication. As CEO and lead designer, Musk's leadership has steered SpaceX to reach a private valuation near $150 billion by 2023. But his preference for minimal disclosure keeps the company's financial picture largely opaque compared to publicly traded firms. SpaceX's major investors now include names like Fidelity, Google, Sequoia, and the Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan Board, yet the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has only limited leverage over SpaceX's reporting since it's still private. Limited transparency may leave institutional investors guessing about the company's long-term plans or financial position, and Musk's assertive, hands-on style suggests that disclosure practices could change quickly, potentially impacting both market sentiment and regulatory oversight as SpaceX edges closer to a potential initial public offering or direct listing. A lack of routine transparency may ultimately hinder SpaceX's access to broader public market capital should it decide to go public. Now, onto the markets. International equities showed mixed momentum. Germany's EWG fell slightly with a drop of 0.27%, while France's EWQ edged up by 0.13%. The United Kingdom's EWU dipped by 0.14%, and Italy's EWI stayed nearly unchanged but remains up over 4% for the month. Spain's EWP rose 0.19% with sustained monthly gains, while China large-cap FXI declined 0.36% after a strong run this month. Commodities were directional. Gold, tracked by GLD, climbed a further 0.01% and is up 3.2% for the month, but silver's SLV lost 0.39% from yesterday. U.S. oil, reflected by USO, surged 3.47% and stands 9% higher month over month. Agriculture, represented by DBA, slipped 0.72%, while lithium LIT lost 0.33%. In sectors, the S&P 500 SPY declined 0.16% on the day, while healthcare Roman 45 inched up 0.18%. Finance XLF retreated by 0.33%, and real estate XLRE dropped 0.86%. Semiconductors SOX gained 0.34%, clean energy QCLN rose 0.49%, but transportation XDN fell 1.24%. For notable movers, top gainer Clear One CLRO surged over 327%, while IXT.com Group holding IXT dropped nearly 70%, marking the day's largest moves. That's it for today. You can find more news and details on our website. Goodbye.